Namaste to all the yoga sadhakas. Should I practice yoga during menstruation? If yes, what kind of practices to do and what kind of practices to avoid? Is there any sequences which can practice which can help to reduce the menstrual pain? These are the common questions that women ask who comes to my classes. Let us find out the answers for that in this video. First of all, let us understand what exactly is this menstruation all about. Every woman body prepares for pregnancy. It prepares in different ways. One preparation happens at the site of ovaries, where the egg is produced. The other preparation happens at the site of uterus, where the final egg, when it is fertilized, is implanted, creating pregnancy. And the preparations are all synchronized by a lot of hormonal changes which is happening in the woman body. And I am not going to the details of all these things, but when this uterus is prepared, it grows an extra layer of you can say blood and tissues and all of that, blood vessels, tissues, all of these are grown. When the pregnancy doesn't happen, all these are shedded out of the body, and that is exactly what is called as menstruation. And it is roughly divided into three different stages by the modern medicine: luteal, the follicular stage, the ovulation itself, and the luteal stage. Yoga says that we are made up of three different bodies. The Sthula Sharira, which is a gross body, which we can touch and feel, and the subtle body, which moves the gross body to do some action, which is like your prana, your chakra, your nadis and everything. And the one which is the source of everything is called as Karana Sharira, or causal body. Okay, you may be wondering why am I talking about all these things. I'll come to that in a while. In this three, the second one, the Sukshma Sharira, is made up of 5 different kind of vayus or pranas. So the pranas are nothing but energy or the life force which moves in different directions in the body. Accordingly, they have different names: prana, apana, udana, vyana and samana. I am not going to the depth of all of these things. You can think of it this way: all these are different names given to a different directional flow of energies. Okay, one direction which is going up as a name, going down as a name, something like that. And out of these things, the one which goes down is called as apana, and this is exactly what is responsible or more active during menstruation, which is quite logical. The flow has to go down, so the apana vayu is more. Fine. And then the Ayurvedic view. In Ayurveda, the entire cycle of menstruation is divided into 3 different stages: Rutuvatika Kala, Rajakala and Rutukala. And the entire concept of Ayurveda is kind of explained as Vata, Pitta, Kapha doshas. And in each of these 3 stages, one of the dosha is predominant. Okay, Rutuvatika Kala is like equivalent to a luteal stage in the modern cycle, modern naming convention, where the uterus lining starts building up. That's when the Pitta of the body goes up. Is it proven? Yes. A modern medicine has proven this. They have done some study on this, and they have identified that the women basal temperature, it goes up by almost 0.5, 0.6 degrees during this stage. Then during the menstrual stage, which is called as Rajakala, the Vata is dominant, which is creating mobility for the flow to happen easily. And then finally, after the cycle is over, again the uterus lining starts building up. That is again dominated by Kapha. Fine. And you just think of it this way: the takeaway is that when the woman goes for a menstruation, the Pitta is reduced, or you can say the Pitta is let go. Okay. Just keep this in concepts in mind. We'll connect all of this in a while. And there is a concept called as oxidative stress, which is happening during menstruation. So what is this? It's not only happening during menstruation, but predominantly it is happening during that time because of a lot of free radicals which are produced. So what are free radicals? So free radicals, you can think of it this way: these are like an electron, like an atom which is not having an electron there. Electron is released, so it becomes very hungry for electron to acquire. These are called as free radicals, and these are produced by in any kind of inflammation is there, or any metabolic processes produces these free radicals. And these free radicals are going and eating all the healthy cells. And to avoid this, there is something called as antioxidants. Maybe you are aware of this term. These antioxidants has a lot of electrons now. This will say, don't kill the healthy body, I will give you my electron. That's a kind of an handshake which happens between an antioxidant and a free radical, and that constantly goes on. So, but during the cycle, they have shown that there is an enormous amount of free radicals which are produced, which cannot be compensated by the antioxidants available. When this free radicals increases, it is called as oxidative stress. Okay? So, when oxidative stress happens, the healthy tissue starts dying. Fine? And this is not something which I am saying. There is a paper which I have shown here. I will put the link to the paper in the description below. It shows that during cycles, there is some kind of inflammation happening which produces more free radicals. Okay? And also, whenever somebody is stressed mentally, it produces more cortisol hormones. And these cortisol which are produced during stress are known to enhance the oxidative stress, increase oxidative stress. Again, there is a research done on all these things. And women, you know, you might have heard about that women go through a lot of mood swings, fatigue and all of these things, which can also enhance the production of or enhance the oxidative stress in the body itself. And there are research which has been done on identifying the food which can be supplemented, which can reduce the oxidative stress, like antioxidants. They give antioxidants which can reduce the oxidative stress in the women body. In this paper, they have identified ginger as one of the antioxidants, which by reducing the free radicals, they have found that women's pain during the cycles is going to reduce significantly. So, what it is saying is, we need enough oxygen to compensate for these things, compensate for the pain that is going on in the body. Fine? And what is yoga now? Where is yoga coming into this whole picture? So, yoga, just to convey it, yoga is not just about physical asanas itself. Yoga is a bigger umbrella which kind of contains asana, pranayama, meditation, everything. Okay? In this, now let us look at some of the asanas that one can do. Definitely one should avoid all the inversions. Why? Because the apana is going down. When you are going for inversion, you are working against the natural flow of apana. And you avoid all the intense activities like intensive back bends, fast Surya Namaskara, one which produces a lot of heat in the body, because in the cycle's time, the body is trying to let go the heat. It is going to dissipate the heat, and now you are producing that more heat. And also, women is generally more tired during this time, and it is not recommended to stress them out too much. So, these are the thumb rules I am giving you. And avoid even intense twists as well, because mild twist is good. When you twist very intensely, then probably at that time your body is not prepared to take that intense twist. It can go for a spasm which is kind of reinforcing on the mild spasm which is already created during cycles. Okay? And what kind of practices to do then? I am not giving an elaborate list of practices here. Just a few practices is Baddha Konasana and Supta Baddha Konasana has proven to be doing wonders. You just have to lie down there. It creates space in the pelvic area and it eases the pain during cycles. Also, you can just do mild twist, mild forward bend, and mild forward bend will also help to reduce the gas, the accumulated vata, which is predominant during the cycle time itself, to reduce. Okay? And this is, and if you, and it's advisable to avoid Surya Namaskara, but if you want to do it very slowly. Particularly in women who is more pitta dominant, there is a lot of heat. Okay? And all these rules are very subjective to an individual as well. Okay? That's why I would recommend you to practice with a certified yoga teacher or a therapist to understand what they should do and what they should not do, depending on their condition itself. And I've already told you about oxidative stress and everything. So it's quite natural to think of it this way, right? That pranayama is one of the most powerful way to build more oxygen in our body. It increases the lung space. Okay? And when your lung space improves, then oxygenation also improves. And you kind of breathe freely now and energize yourself. There is a lot of lack of energy or the loss of prana which is happening during cycles. You are recharging yourself with that prana itself. And that's why pranayama is beneficial thing during the practice. Pranayama practice are also known to balance your autonomic nervous system, so which is also going to calm you down. through the practice of pranayama. So coming to pranayamas, what to do and what not to do. Definitely you have to practice on abdominal breathing, because the abdominal breathing is going to calm you down, because it's the most efficient way to breathe, and also it is going to kind of relieve some of the tension in your abdominal region as well. Okay, and you can even do Nadi Shuddhi pranayama or Brahmari pranayama, which is good to calm your mind down. And definitely should avoid Kapalbhati, Bastrika, Surya Bedana for two reasons. One is it increases the heat in your body, and the other thing is it will reverse the flow of Apana itself. Okay, particularly the Bastrika and Kapalbhati. That's why you should avoid these two practices. And the most important practice to do during the cycles is some meditation practices. Because I've already told you, whenever you're stressed, whenever your mind is disturbed a lot, then your cortisol level goes up. It has a stress response to it, and that is going to create more oxidative stress. So by calming yourself down through some practice of meditation, it can be anything. It can be as simple as observing your breath or doing some chanting. On all of these practices, it's going to help you to reduce your stress levels. These are some of the general thumb rules I am given here, but always keep this in mind that every woman's body is different. There is no one rule for everyone. It has to be worked with them on an individual level if required, to make sure that they find a solution for themselves. I hope this short video has given you some insights into what to do, what not to do, whether to practice yoga or not to practice during cycles, and what kind of practices to do. But please inform your yoga teacher in case if you're going through cycles, so that the teacher is aware of it for doing any modifications required for you. With this, I'll end the talk here. If you like the video, kindly like, comment, subscribe, and share this video to as many people as possible, and help us to spread this wisdom. Thank you so much.